contains the cream of what is available in this godforsaken cesspit of a...
I'm waiting for it to start. I'm waiting for people to be able to see it. Can I have your phone, Jill?
Yeah.
I need it because I need to look at something on mine. Hello.
You don't have any cameras on, right?
No cameras.
Oh, good.
Except for the secret ones I hide in the bathrooms of hotels.
I'm naked.
Hello. Alright, well, let's see if this works this time. Well, in the words of Peter B. Parker. Alright, let's try this one last time. It's for some reason Jill has her, like, thing maxed out.
What? Because I had to hear it over the bathroom fan.
Alright, so, here's what I'm doing. Because I know that this is boring. I looked up a guide, believe it or not, and I'm trying something out. Because this person suggested basically knocking 3 different people off of these things all at once. So, like, you go here, you do this, you go here, and then somehow you knock this guy off. I think I hit him wrong. Yeah, so it's like, how did he do this? Because basically it was like thinning out the entire thing before you do it, otherwise you basically can't. Which is awesome, really fun. Sorry about the stream issues, though. I don't know. I use this Elgato streaming software, and I think I'm going to have to switch because, like, usually it works, but, like, lately, after about an hour, it always freezes. Yeah, so first off, he takes out this random guy on that cart. Then he goes and he takes out the guy on the bridge, and then he takes out the guy who's sniping from the back. This is Nate's fault, by the way. You're right, I do need to do momentum on the batarang. I'm just very bad at the batarangs, I will admit. These streams are going to have to be privated because, like, no one will ever take my opinion seriously on Arkham again. They'll be like, this guy doesn't even know what he's doing. It's like, I used to be really good at these games, and then I decided I wanted to play other things, too.
You can make it members only.
And apparently that was a mistake. Yeah, when I make streams members only, though, it makes people sad because then they if they missed it, then they don't get to see it at all.
So instead of that, you just let nobody ever see it?
Oh, sorry. I was just joking about privating it. But, hey, thanks, guys, for coming back. I appreciate it. I've always been bad at aiming these things, though. But, yeah, basically they will take out... I wonder if I could do it in a different order, just to get the hang of it. But they take out 3 guys. Oh, can Robin... Oh, he can catch it. That's cool. I knew Batman could. Alright, so we get it way over here. Then we... Alright, slow down, slow down, slow down. Oh, it's so hard to aim. It's so hard to aim. How did he do it? He went backwards to do it. I'm trying it this way. Because I'm not, like, as good as the YouTube guide people. Alright, you go off the side. Perfect. Alright, now this guy up here. We go here. We aim at him. Let's see. Sensitivity's too high. Go. Yep, there he goes. He's over the edge. Oh no, oh no. I didn't get to the third one. I didn't get to the third one. Ah! Alright. And I got sniped. I don't know if I like that strategy, but apparently it's good.
This is hardly a surprise.
How are you guys doing, though?
Sounds like you're mad.
I'm only frustrated because I've been trying this one forever, and I just feel like I'm not getting any better. Like, I feel like I'm not doing any better than I was. At all. I feel like I was doing better when I did my own shitty strategy than following the professional one. What are you looking for?
My mirror. The purple one.
It was over there.
Where?
Right there. You're looking at it. It's on that table. You're literally staring at it.
Do I look okay?
You always look nice. I always think you're pretty.
Really?
So let's just hit this guy
I'm a
first.
little bloated today.
I'm sure you're not bloated. You're fine. Just stop being mean to yourself. Okay, send that guy. Oh, that guy apparently is deflecting things now. Well, let's just get out of here.
I guess it doesn't matter if I'm bloated or not. I wear an apron anyway.
I don't know. I feel bloated.
Did you eat too much?
I did.
Oh
All right, well, we got rid of one guy. Yay.
no.
I think if I can't do this one on this run, I'm just going to switch. Just for the last, like, 15, 20 minutes, because I have to take Jill to work. And then I have a video project I have to do for tomorrow.
Even I expected more than this. Not much more, granted, but still.
Yes,
More
a bunch of
intellectual
people
prowess
did.
than you were currently showing.
Alright, so I've seen basically like someone go here to get rid of this sniping guy. And then, yep, send him off. I always found it dumb that they can tell exactly where your batarangs came from by, like, just, you know what I mean? Like, just knowing.
By, like, the trajectory?
No, not even the trajectory. Like, you'll do a remote control batarang from across the room, and they'll be like, it came from over here!
Oh, so they're... Okay.
They just know. They just know because, I think because otherwise...
They're geniuses.
I think it's because otherwise they think it would be too broken because you could just sit and pick them off.
Oh.
But it's frustrating that they can just tell. I have to pause this to check the chat.
Maybe they heard the flick of Batman's wrist.
I agree with TJ. I should take a break and do a different one in a minute. TMNT game based on the 2003 series. Isn't there 3 of them? There's like the first one, Into the Nexus, and then something else. I have the first 2. But I would love an actual like TMNT game. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a break after this because I am just terrible at this one and I'm getting mad.
Grumpy pie.
Alright, if that guy goes back over there, I could get all 3. Go to your buddies. Go over there. Look, okay, well, alright. The guy in the back has a crush on you. He wants to talk to you. Are they close enough? Nope. We're taking a break before I, like, actually kill someone.
Okay.
I don't find this one fun at all.
Homicide Squad?
To be honest, I don't find any of these last 4 fun, but I did the first one relatively quickly.
Did you like my joke?
I liked your joke.
I'm pretty funny, aren't
Although
I?
earlier you put down somebody who died in real life, so
I'm gonna blow my nose.
epic. Are you guys excited for Joker 2? Like, that's actually a question I have. I don't really know what to think about it.
I'm interested in it.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Joker worked really well as a one-off.
Yeah, but I'm willing to give the second one a chance.
Yeah, no, I agree. I was just wondering what the chat thinks though about it. I'm willing to give it a chance. I don't know what to think. Because it's one of those things where it's like, I feel like as a one-off movie, it worked really well.
I thought you were gonna say, I feel like as a woman.
Yeah, as a woman, here's my opinion. No, I feel like as a one-off movie, it worked really well for what it was. Now I'm not good at the combat either. I think I'm just like in my own head and frustrated today. But I don't know. The Penguin TV show, like, I don't really see the point of. Like, I'm not saying it'll be bad, but like, I guess it's sort of gonna be Sopranos-y, you know, like Godfather-y a little bit, like a crime show. That could be cool. It could be. I guess I never sat around and I was like, you know what I need? A Penguin show.
I'm kind of sick of all of these TV shows that tie into movie universes.
It's just, it ends up being a lot to keep track of. So, I get that.
Yeah, and also I'm just not really like a sit down and watch a full TV show person when it comes to like movie universes, I guess, because I have so many other TV shows that I want to watch.
I also agree with Like Vapor. I believe it is Todd Phillips, right? With Joker 2. So, I do have some faith in that. He was very good. I've noticed now it's like popular to not like the Joker movie, which I thought was interesting. Yeah, but like people were saying like, oh, well, they made Joker an incel and they like, I don't know, like gave incel people like a idol to follow or something. Like people are like making it like a real life thing, and I'm like, I thought it was basically just a movie that was kind of telling you about the dangers of ostracizing people in society and treating them like trash, because eventually when they have nothing left to lose, sometimes they become very bad people.
I thought it was the dangers of incelness.
That's it. You know, like, I didn't think it was like a political movement movie like about like being an incel and stuff. I thought it was literally just about, hey, we should probably be nicer to people and realize that maybe ostracizing and treating people like subhuman trash when they're doing their best is just going to turn them into a monster, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know, apparently it was like a big political thing, like, and I just didn't get it. I don't know.
Well, that kind of point is hard for people to understand.
It's weird though, because the same people who criticize it are the same people who usually say that, like, but then they don't do it. Like, I've noticed this all the time with politics and all this stuff, is like people will take someone and they'll be like, we need to like be nice to like disabled people, and we need to be nice to like people of other races, and be nice to this and that. And then there'll be someone who has like a different political leaning than them, and they're like, we need to end this person's entire existence. They cannot work, they cannot have a job. I do not want them to breathe my air or eat. They must die. And
They
it's
can't
like,
use the same bathroom as me.
and it's like, well, okay, but now what you're going to do is you're going to create an environment for extremism. Like, you're going to create an environment where these people become more and more disenfranchised and more in their own little echo space, because this is something that you find out about gangs, like if you're actually intelligent and, you know, like educate yourself on gangs. You know why most people join gangs? Because it's somewhere... Why did those guys decide to stop hitting me? It's somewhere where they fit in. Like, they're desperate, they're not doing well, maybe they don't have friends, or maybe that's the way that they make friends.
Or they don't have a family.
And so, what do? Well, they get roped into this group. And I see all the time people, they're like, this guy has, like, questionable beliefs. Let's all ostracize him. And then they're like, wait, what did that guy end up in? The Ku Klux Klan! To quote Markiplier. And it's like, yeah, how do you think that happened? Like, what do you think happened here? Like, what did you think you were gonna do here? Did you think you were gonna, like, make the world a better place by treating this person badly and then justifying their, bad behavior? Because, like, that's what it does. Like, so when you have somebody who's, like, racist or something, I'm not saying you should just excuse everything they're doing either. But, like, when you have someone like that, or, like, leaning towards very bad thought processes, and what you do instead of like trying to get them out of it a little bit, or trying to like teach them or anything like that, is you ostracize them, dump them like into the dredges of humanity, and then want them to die, they just become worse. Because like, unless you're going YouTube, this is just a point I'm making, I'm not advocating for violence. Unless you're gonna like go around vigilante putting down every single person with like a problematic view, those people don't go away. So what they do is they all band together, because then that's the only group they can be a part of. This happens all the time with like terrorism. If you like actually study history, you know how terrorists are made? Desperate people who follow charismatic people. Same thing with cults. Maybe sometimes it's people... It's sometimes people with mental issues who like latch on to the opinions of someone else. Sometimes it's people who have desperation to belong, or who lost their real family, or who were ostracized by them. This is the same thing too with like, you see all these like... This goes on both sides, by the way, because I think people think that I pick on left-leaning people a little bit more for this. This goes to the right too, by the way, because like this is the same thing I see where it's like you'll have an ultra-Christian person like disown and never speak to their child again because they came out as gay, and then all of a sudden their child ends up in an abusive relationship, or their child hates them, or their child like ends up embraced by groups that are not good. And it's like, how did this happen? It's not because they're gay, it's because they lost all sense of family, they lost all sense of belonging. As soon as you take that from people and you make them desperate, they very quickly can become a monster. And people don't think about that. That's what Joker was about. You take the sense of family, you take the sense of belonging from people, and you dump them into a situation where they're vulnerable and desperate and lonely, and they feel like they have nothing left, and they snap. Like, obviously
that went over a lot of people's heads.
They're not going to become the Joker probably, but like literally, like even you look back at Osama bin Laden, like, and Saddam Hussein, like look into like Saddam Hussein less because he was just basically the leader, but you look into like Osama bin Laden's history especially, and its ties to the United States history and stuff, and like his ties to the feds in the United States. I'm starting to sound like a conspiracy theorist.
Hey, what time is it?
It is time to get a watch. It's 3:15.
Okay.
You look at that stuff and it's like, oh, wow. Well, this guy actually had, like, he lost everything and then went nutty and, like, started lashing out back. That's, like, the very simplified version of the events. But, like, I'm just saying that basically when you start doing this stuff to people, by the way, thank you, Greg, for the super chat. Where was Joker January 6th? He was in the crowd. You didn't see him. Scott T, thank you very much for joining the memberships. I really, really appreciate it. That's very nice. That means a lot to me. Thank you. There are playlists separated by different tiers for members, so please be sure to check the playlist. There's a bunch of exclusive videos. My point is just when you put people in these situations and they snap, you shouldn't be surprised. But for some reason, people had to make it political. They were like, they're giving the incels a guy to, like, idolize. It's like, no, the whole point was a cautionary tale. The whole point was don't do this to people because you don't know how they will react, especially if they have a mental illness and then they are, like, pushed into the outskirts of society and no one will help them. Like, the movie was also a criticism of a lot of things, like mental health in the United States. It was a criticism of.
Terrible.
Like how Joker couldn't get his medicine anymore. Arthur Fleck couldn't get his medicine anymore. And how his psychiatrist didn't really seem to care about him.
Uh-huh.
Like, did that go over people's head? Like, it wasn't about, like, hey, look, Joker, the big Trump supporter. Like, what are we doing here? Like, what...
Oh, I thought he was also a Trump supporter.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I don't know. I thought it was funny, like, how people missed the point so heavily in that movie. It's so sad to me. Like, the media literacy in modern-day America, at least, is just, like, in the toilet. It's so bad. And I think a lot of it is because people just, like, mirror what their professor says or what their high school teacher says. And they don't think. And they're not taught how to think. Like,
yeah, they're not thinking for themselves. They're just mirroring what other people say to them. And then they go, oh, yeah, that sounds smart. Other people think I'm smart if I say that.
Hey, Travaris, thank you very much for gifting a membership. That's really awesome. Greg, I hope you enjoy the membership. Mr. Username asked, what do you think about Joker 2 being a musical? Here's the thing. I don't know, because I would think, first off, oh, that sounds dumb, right? But then I also would have thought that of The Nightmare Before Christmas. Like, why is this going to be a musical? And ended up being one of my favorite Disney movies ever. So, I think if it just has some musical scenes, fine. I think that... I messed that up. I think that if it is just, like, every single scene is a musical piece, that would be stupid, but I don't expect that. So I think that having some song in it, probably fine, especially because we're dealing with somebody who is, a little mentally out there. Didn't Sweeney Todd have musical pieces in it? I don't remember. Somebody would have to tell me. Because that's kind of what I was picturing when I heard that news. So.
If they did a movie about my life, I'd want it to be a musical.
Greg said Arthur Fleck is the type to wear a MAGA hat. You're funny. Yeah, I don't know. I just think people were, like, really reaching with that movie to make it, like, ultra politically, like, about, like, embracing incel culture or something. I think it was more like a cautionary tale about what happens when people are treated so poorly and not given the treatment they needed and stuff. I cannot because I'm in the middle of a combo.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Here, where's the tissue box?
Right there.
Okay, Jelly,
Yeah.
I need you to get the stuff you need, not ask me for it when I'm trying to do this, okay?
But maybe.
Because I'm already really bad at the game, I don't need more. Unless you want to give me an excuse to be bad at the game by asking me for a bunch of stuff at once.
Well, maybe I was secretly trying to help you.
Thank you. Where are you guys getting, like, the biggest... I tried to talk. I'm sorry.
Hey, you did. You certainly tried.
Okay, you couldn't even read earlier.
Hey!
I miss when I was really good at these and I could get, like, flawless combos for, like, 15 minutes and people would watch the videos and they'd be like, wow, this guy's really good. And then people have to watch the live streams and they're like, oh, shit, this guy was faking that. He's not very good at all.
And then people think you're fake.
I don't know.
It really was you. It was just a long time ago.
It was me, and it was when I was mainly only playing these games.
Yeah, and you didn't do anything else.
Why do you think this bat symbol changed from Asylum to City? Tanner asked. I don't know. It's odd. Because I feel like they do that a lot in Batman comics. They usually don't explain it either. Usually it's just like, yeah, my suit changed. So I would assume it was something like that.
For funsies.
Yeah, just for design elements, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Am I on... Oh, sorry guys. It switched back to top messages again. Not all. For some reason. This thing keeps defaulting to that. It goes back to top messages every time. Like every 10 minutes.
Never did that for me. Maybe you're just silly.
It's on your phone.
Well, it never did it for me.
Did I miss any super chats at all? No? Good. Let's see.
Are people being nice?
Bold Alpha Pack said that, or Bold Alpha Wolf Pack said, my highest hit streak in Night is 120. You just beat it, so I'm impressed. LOL. Well, thank you. Mine, I think in Night is 300. But I saw T in this game on Iceberg Lounge go on a 500 hit streak. So he's better than me by a lot. I'm much better at the combat than I am at the Predator, which I'm sure you can tell. It's also hard to play these while talking. Because like I could sit here and be quiet. But I feel like that's not entertaining. And so that's kind of the other issue I have too. But maybe I'm just making up a big excuse. I try my best. I'm not the best at anything really, but I try my best. What do you guys think about the Giga Chad chin that this Dick Grayson has going on?
I think it's hot.
You think it's hot?
Yeah.
Hi Luna, I can't hold you right now. Jill, can you get your Luna, please? She's licking my hands while I play.
Oh,
hi, baby.
She's like attention spark right now.
I know. She said, "Why is Daddy streaming for so long?"
Okay, let's not start making. You are a funny cat. I love you.
All right, is that? Oh nope, there's one more.
Let's get cat hair all over Mommy's birthday.
And done. All right. Yeah, T hasn't been on for a while, but I actually just recorded 2 videos with T. They haven't gone up yet. One of them has a sponsorship in it, which I got, which I'm very thankful for, because my money has not been very good this last couple months. So that one I have to submit for approval, because I don't know if you guys know how this works. I don't know if YouTubers ever talk about this, but when you get sponsorships, they want to see the video before it goes up, because they want to know what they're paying you for. So, which makes sense, but it does make it a little hard sometimes for scheduling videos to get them up on time. So I have to, basically for tomorrow, I'm making a video about Spider-Man. Then after that, I think I have a video going up about Metal Gear Solid again. And then I have my next Arkham video. But the Metal Gear Solid and Arkham video could change spots depending on if I hear back from the sponsor early enough. But it's a clothing company, and the clothes are actually really high quality. I was really impressed, really happy with it. So I'm really actually thankful to be partnered with them, because YouTube's been very, very inconsistent. So things like Super Chats, members, you know, telling a friend, hey, check out the channel or check out the Let's Play channel. Checking out our other channel, Degenerate Plays, or, sorry, JayRPG. I already said the Let's Play channel. Yeah, our codes for sponsorships, our Fortnite code, all that stuff like really helps out a lot. Jill's got a website where she sells stuff. Jill's gonna mess up my my perfect run here by reminding me of too many things.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to help.
No, you are helping. This is joking. I'll check the chat in just a minute. I can't exactly check it when I'm doing this.
I got new cool resin pieces on my shop.
Yeah, Jill actually has done a really good job lately with resin stuff. I think that there's a really cool new Spider-Man thing that went up.
Oh, you can't say that.
Oh, a Spider-Man inspired thing.
Yeah.
There is a really cool
Nightwing inspired thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So, hey, I did that well, right, guys? Did I do okay here? Jill is over getting ready. She's getting ready to go to work.
Yeah, I'm putting on makeup in the same room.
Javaris asked where T's been. T has been working. He has,
He died.
No, he did not. He, Kachi said to pre-record the game next time so you can talk in peace. I don't know how to pre-record and then, stream it. I'm sure there's a way to, but I don't know how to.
Well, why don't you just Google it?
I could, but, like, people like to react to how bad I am. And then make fun of me and be mean.
Well, then we can get rid of the mean people.
Oh. I needed a drink.
Okay,
T has been in a couple of management positions. I can't really dox his work or anything, but I can tell you that he has been doing very well with work. I know now he's looking for I think a new job in the same realm. So he has just been very busy. You know, like how I get busy and he gets busy too. It's nothing like, oh, we're not friends or anything. Greg, thank you for the super chat. Off topic, but my headcanon is Guardians of the Galaxy game is in the Insomniac universe. It should have been, since Rocket mentions the Venom planet. I'm also writing a Daredevil story. You'll have to send me your Daredevil story.
Luna, okay, I love you, but please move.
Yeah, no, I'd like to read that. I do think that should have been in the Insomniac universe. I personally think that these games... Arkham screwed this up too. Like, it is such a free money printer to make a shared universe of games. Like, I don't understand, like, the MCU did it, and everybody and their grandma wanted to copy the MCU forever. But now, of course, like, for some reason the gaming companies don't, I don't really get it. Like, if all these companies were smart, they would have made Avengers in the Insomniac universe, believe it or not, and just not put Spider-Man in it. And rewritten the story so that the world wasn't basically destroyed by AIM. They would have put, like a lot of these games in that universe and then just had a Marvel game universe. And the reason I say Arkham messed that up too is because now they're like, what about Suicide Squad? It's in the Arkham universe. It's like, yeah, but Gotham Knights wasn't, and that was kind of a chance to branch out. Why is this? You know, like, why is this in that universe?
I think... Sorry, I can't speak. I think Gotham Knights would have been a better successor to the Arkham games than Suicide Squad.
I agree. I don't know if they can hear you, but Jill said that she thinks that Arkham, would have been better succeeded by Gotham Knights because it's about, after Batman.
And you're playing with Batman-adjacent characters?
Yeah, I think so too. And it could have been a good springboard into the other characters' games.
And then you make a Suicide Squad game.
I don't know. I just think it's weird. It's weird that they did that. What do you think of the new suit slot mods for all the Arkham games from Kyle? I think it's really cool that people are still modding these games and doing a good job. But yeah, the Wolverine game is going to be in the same universe. I do think Insomniac building their own universe is good, but here's my problem with it. And I don't know if you guys will agree or not. Whether you love Spider-Man 2 and it's your favorite game ever made or not, they admitted recently in an interview that Sony was kind of pushing them to get things done, and that's a reason why the second half of the game, they didn't say the word rushed, but basically it was kind of implied that that's what happened with the third act, at least, of Spider-Man 2, which I'm not going to spoil here in case somebody didn't play it and cares. But the TLDR is from the marketing that the Black Suit's in it, Venom's in it. Well, the Black Suit arc is kind of rushed, and the Venom arc is a little bit rushed too because of trying to get the game out for this year. It's also why there's no New Game Plus. It's why the New Game Plus, patch got delayed.
And it cost them Game of the Year.
It cost them Game of the Year, and also, by the way, the game cost $300 million to make. So there was very clearly some bad money management there. I'm sorry, but there just was. You already had 2 games as a skeleton for this one. So it kind of comes down to the fact that with Spider-Man 2 being somewhat rushed, I'm worried that the same thing could happen with the with another game. I think that you should have had more than just Insomniac building your universe.
What time is it?
I can't check.
Hey Siri, what time is it?
Oh my. It's
3:30 p.m.
Oh, it's 3:30.
I have to leave.
You have to leave in about 10 minutes. So we're going to be done here in about 10 minutes. Don't you work at 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, so you'll be
But you
fine.
said we had to leave early because of the snow.
Yeah, we'll leave in a little bit. You don't need half an hour to get to work.
Well, I don't know. I don't want my stupid boss to be mean to me again.
You'll be fine. It'll be fine. You don't want to sit there for 20 minutes with him either and not get paid.
I guess that's true.
Basically, I think you needed more than Insomniac to build that universe. Not because Insomniac's not a good company, but because they're being spread thin.
Do you think glitter in my eyebrows is weird?
No, I think you look nice.
I think I look pretty too. Chat, what do you think about glitter in the eyebrows?
Chat, what are your thoughts about glitter on my nether regions? Is it weird? Okay, alright. Well, I couldn't jump over him for some reason.
Tell me what the chat says about the glitter eyebrows.
I'll do my best to... Ah! I'm doing bad now. I'm choking. I was doing good. But as soon as that combo dropped, I knew it was over.
Hey, do you think if we tell people where I work in Minnesota that we'll get more business there and then I'll make more tips?
No. I think you'll just have people follow you home.
Aww.
Alright, what's going on with chat? Oh no. Glitter on the nether regions is good, says Greg. I like it on Nate, says Snowcrow. Have fun at work, Jill, says Ryan. Jill always has fun at work.
Do I?
Plat Hunter said, yeah, I heard that 90% of Venom's lines weren't used in the game. It was really good, but you're right, it felt rushed. That's my problem. That's my problem. I just think that, you could do more with it. I personally, and here's my opinion, I'd be interested to hear your guys's. I think the black suit should have been its own game. And then I think that you could have built up some tension in the background of another Miles game. And then you could have gone into a Venom game. Like, just on its own. And basically done Web of Shadows again, but without the cringe. Because I love Web of Shadows, but it's got a lot of cringe. So I think that what you could have done is you could have had Spider-Man 2 be basically entirely about Miles and Peter dealing with the black suit. Then you could have had Spider-Man 3 be Venom. But, like, in between them, I would have made another Miles game. Like, another self-contained Miles game. Maybe it's got some stuff going on in the background alluding to, like, something happening with the symbiote. But I think that would have worked better. I also think that the Harry angle with the symbiote, without getting into, like, specific story spoilers, while it works, I just don't see the point of not doing a more faithful comic book adaptation. But
I like Harry, though.
I like Harry too. I think they didn't want to do the classic Harry... I'm losing my voice, so I gotta stop soon because I need to be able to record today. I think they didn't want to do the classic Harry Osborn goes through issues with his best friend Peter and then becomes Green Goblin again, especially because they didn't want to copy the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie. But I don't...
Or Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, but I don't understand why we couldn't just get classic Eddie Brock Venom. And I don't and either way, like, even if we didn't get that, I think we needed more time. Like, you don't really just dump Venom in and then he's gone right away. That's not really... I don't know. I think it's sad when, like... To me, it's sad when the Venom Sony movies are doing a better job expanding the character than your video game that was marketed off of him. But I think it's still a very good game. I think it's overhated. But I think there's a lot of people who have left it overrated as well. I also think there's a bunch of weird side missions. Greg pointed this out. He didn't say this specific one. But, like, do you guys remember when you're playing Matchmaker for the two dudes? That one was really random at Vision's Academy, where it's like Miles trying to get these two guys to hook up. Or, like, there was a random side mission about, what was the other one that was just totally out of place for Peter? The Wraith one was good. For Peter, but there was another one out of that. Oh yeah, okay. The bike was fun, like when you're riding a bike through Central Park. But literally, like, I had a moment where it was like I was playing some serious thing with Peter, and then the next moment he's like riding his bike through Central Park. There's just a lot of stuff that felt kind of like tacked on to the game, but not in a natural way. Like, you know how Arkham, you could go and stop the Riddler in between missions, but it doesn't feel forced. Like, it doesn't feel like, oh, I'm not supposed to be doing this. There was a lot of jostling Spider-Man 2 content where it felt like, oh, I was supposed to do this earlier. Or, oh, I wasn't supposed to do this at all. Like the Flame Cult. I think the first mission of that, you're supposed to technically do it almost right after Sandman, but there's very little indication for it. I mean, you're still even doing it in an area that's falling apart because of the Sandman battle. This guy picked up his shield at the exact wrong moment for me. I just think that the side content is still suffering, and I don't know why. I mean, there's a lot of blueprints for it, and I think that Insomniac does great work, and I think that they are fantastic, especially with Ratchet and Clank, so I don't know why that's the case. Bold Alpha Wolfpack, thank you very much for the super chat again. I really appreciate it. I think Insomniac stuff is decent, but I want mechanics where I'm making the game cinematic, like Arkham, Sifu, God of War. My problem is you're funded over $250 million, and they're not doing this and making games shorter. I agree with that. I actually think that you didn't even need to make this game longer, is my personal opinion. I think you needed to make it more succinct. Like, it had to drop a plot. You cannot have this many of these plots all in the same game. It's just silly for a game that length. So, like, you either had to drop Venom and focus on the black suit and everything else. That's what I would have done if I wasn't allowed to do a comic-accurate adaptation. You know, like, if my choices were, okay, well, you can either make the game longer with all the same story beats, or you can cut something, I'd cut Venom, and then I would have the game focus on the black suit and everything else. You know, like, I think you either had to be more succinct or longer. And I know that some people got mad at me when I said I don't care about the game length. I genuinely mean that. Like, I don't think the game length has to be that long if you're delivering quality. Like, that's what I think you need, is you need more succinct. You need to focus up on stuff. You know? So that's kind of my opinion on it. I like Spider-Man. I haven't really done a full review of it. I had thought about it, but the reason that I didn't was because there's just so much anger around the game, and it's so draining to me. Because I play video games to have fun. I review them to have fun. Did that guy just phase out of existence, by the way? Oh, no, he's there. And it seemed like people were very mad.
Ran through my perfume. Do you think she's gonna be okay?
She'll be fine. She's just being dumb. I don't know. That's kind of my thing. Spider-Man was a weird, like, just toxic pit of discussion, which made me sad, because for me, I like talking about the good and the bads of these games because I enjoy them, you know? I'll admit I'm not perfect at them. Like, I certainly don't play as good as I could when I'm talking here. But it made me sad how, like, everybody was so weird about that game instead of just having a discussion. I do agree, though, like, why is Wolverine planned to be 15 hours total? That is kind of a question I have, too. Favorite Insomniac Spider-Man game from Snowcrow? I don't know. I think that the most succinct one might be Miles. Like, just the most succinct story. But, like, overall video game, probably the first one. I think it has an amazing suit selection. I really like the relationship with Otto. But there's stuff I didn't like either. Like, I didn't like MJ. Her missions felt forced to me. I thought that she herself was kind of a jerk. I like her a lot better in the second game. I know that this always comes up. I thought that her character design was worse, but I like her personality a lot better in the second game. The first game, though, like, it had a lot of characters, but it didn't feel like it was juggling them in a way where nobody got screen time. So, like, Spider-Man 2, Harry disappears for, like, the entire second act of the game. He's just, like, not really in it other than a phone call and, like, 2 cutscenes where he looks pissed off, and that's it. Miles, he takes a back seat for the majority of the game. I don't even know why he's there, which sucks, because I really love Miles. I don't know. I just think that there could have been better. And all of this stuff, by the way, like, I agree with what Better Than Starlight said. Like, I don't think it really even has to do with, like, woke stuff at all. Like, a lot of people were like, oh, well, the game suffered because it was woke. It's like, there was a couple things in there that I felt like they just put in for brownie points, I will admit. Like, I don't really think that they sat down and made the 2 guys in a relationship mission, like, naturally. I think they just kind of were like, well, let's see here. Like, we're trying to be, like, nice. So, like, what can we do? Let's do that. Like, I don't think they really sat down and, like, they were like, there's a really powerful message here, because the mission sucks. Like, it's just boring. You don't do anything. So, like, I think that there was certain decisions that they made to try and be, like, I don't know, politically correct, but I don't think the game overall is woke, really. I didn't really get that out of it. I more just thought that the game needed more time to cook. Like, it needed at least another 3 to 6 months of development, but it wasn't going to get that because they blew $300 million. I just think it needed more time or like a more succinct structure. And a lot of games suffer from this too. There's a lot of overreaching, especially with these exclusives. I think God of War... Excuse me, I'm burping. I think God of War Ragnarok just showed what you can do if you settle down a little bit and you focus up. Like, it's a big game. But, like, I think that they really could have just focused up a little bit more like that. And then if they wanted to, release, like, a really high-quality DLC story thing. Like, God of War Ragnarok just released Valhalla, and it did an amazing job tying back to the previous games, like with young Kratos, with his struggle and growth as a character, just a lot of stuff. I think Spider-Man 2 was just kind of missing some of that secret sauce that it could have taken a little more time to do. But, I don't know. Yeah, maybe a couple things were, like, a little, not forced, but, like, in your face of, like, I think it was not Insomniac being woke, though. I think it was Insomniac knowing that they stood a better chance of winning Game of the Year if they did some stuff that looked nice.
What time is it?
3:41, so we have to go.
Okay.
So, I don't know, that's my opinion, but overall, I just think the game needed a little more time.
Alright, stop your yapping.
I'm sorry. I gotta go, though, guys. I appreciate you watching. Sorry the first, for the stream problems earlier on. Also, sorry about not being, in practice very well anymore, but I was doing my best.
I know you did a good job.
Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for the new members. Thank you, Javaris, for gifting a membership. Bold Alpha Wolfpack and Greg, the Mr. Username for the super chats. Scott T becoming a member. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate the people from the previous streams too. I just can't see it. But I do hope that you guys have a good day. Oh, Frequent Cobra saying, I've been rewatching the Kingdom Hearts and Metal Gear Solid Let's Plays. It had me wondering if someday you might play a Lego game. I'd like to. Just haven't gotten to it yet. But I'm going to go. If you guys have time tomorrow, I'm trying to put up a Spider-Man video, and I've got some fun videos coming out this week. Spider-Man! And also, I will have another JRPG video soon, too.
Do I have the same amount of money in this?
Yes.
Okay.
So, thank you very much. Javaris, goodbye. Melancholic, goodbye. Plat Hunter, goodbye. Nicholas, goodbye. Goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Have a good day. And, oh yeah, I'm posting another Kingdom Hearts part on Degenerate Plays in a little while this afternoon. So, if you guys want more content or something to watch, maybe you're bored, check that out. So, see ya. Nate and I are playing that. Bye.